We are in the midst of a series of small revolutions to correct income inequality.
I want land, I want assets, I want properties. I'm not marrying for love just as an emotion. I'm marrying for love as security.
If you're like me, you were probably walking around campus one day when you saw an opportunity that seemed too good to be true. Make up to $1,000 a week without having to start a company or have solid hours, and all you have to do is become part of a company that is most likely a multi-level marketing scheme.
Elites don't want to expand Social Security because they want to privatize it and profit off of it. Corporations don't want to increase minimum wage or wages at all. They want to lay off as many workers as possible and replace all of the remaining ones with robots as quickly as they can. Healthcare can't be free, otherwise an entire industry would go the way of the dodo. To put it simply, life can't be better for the rest of us because rich people want to make more money and profit off of our suffering. And even though it feels like the system is broken, it's not. It's working as intended. Our entire economic system centers on the maximization of profit, which means money making is incentivized above all else in virtually every single thing that we do.
I want land, I want assets, I want properties. I'm not marrying for love just as an emotion. I'm marrying for love as security.
Reminiscing of the excitement of my first days sitting in the multi-level marketing meetings, one of the first rules that they had was that you cannot use the internet to advertise the product. Instead, you had to take the product to the people in your social circle, your friends, your family. And something didn't sit right with me because it essentially said, take your social connections, your family connections, and monetize them. And what happens when you monetize literally everything? Love sounds like this.
The basic definition of hypergamy is dating upwards. So dating someone who has more resources than you, and this largely pertains towards the perspective of the woman being the one who's dating upwards. And I wouldn't be surprised if the data you saw, the rise in hypergamy being searched for as a term post-pandemic or during the pandemic.
Yes, yes.
We're now seeing where people live and how they're living. They're telling us everything because we're all at home and bored. And overnight, everyone's become a content creator. The rise of the tradwife content. We're now seeing people making banana bread in designer kitchenware. We're like, wow, that looks really nice. I want a bit of that. This is quiet luxury. I think for me, it's like, no matter how much this conversation of hypergamy evolves, or no matter how much women earn, we should still aim higher and higher and higher for ourselves.
One of the most disrespectful things ever is when an old man wants you and doesn't want to give you money. It's like a cow coming to you and not producing any milk.
As you saw with the young Asian girl, the competition in the quote-unquote cooking with Kaya area, where you're essentially appealing to men through their stomach and secondarily with the twerking, is only going to get more fierce. But for young ladies that are not trying to win men that way, there's the age-old method of giving guys what guys want, what testosterone has us seek, and is leading to, of all things, a shortage of clear Pedialyte.
This video is about the clear Pedialyte. Y'all is clearing out the shelves. Y'all is buying up all the Pedialyte. It's 100 million babies running around here dehydrated because these 304s is buying up this clear Pedialyte, trying to give they Hellcat a slippery slope.
For TikTok about that good hair, Pedialyte. And sis, I'm here to tell you the real tea. Girls that's like, oh, if you need Pedialyte to make it wet, you ain't doing something. Girl, if I can make it rain, why not make it flood? So I started drinking my Pedialyte maybe an hour to 30 minutes before, you know what I'm saying? Like you really start feeling it. Like you start feeling it before you even get to doing anything. Now, before y'all go buying all the Pedialyte, can y'all save me one? Because I went back today and it was gone. Save me one, girl.
Oh, what's the most romantic thing y'all ever did for a girl?
Now, in my defense, I don't know how I ended up on 304 Talk. It was completely unprovoked. But all of a sudden, I want to be a waterfall. That's right. And I need to know where I can get me some hydrolyte.
Pedialyte. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Clear Pedialyte. 305 or 304 or something like that TikTok. Like, where have I been? Like when I say the girls are living, like the girls are living.
I do know. I will be going to the store and getting me some clear Pedialyte.
304 TikTok never lied. Go get that Pedialyte. Go do it right now. When I say it's gonna give off waterfall, super soaker, never ending, girl.
I want land, I want assets, I want properties. I'm not marrying for love just as an emotion. I'm marrying for love as security.
Y'all can talk about 304 TikTok as much as y'all want, but the tricks that I have learned from there, priceless. The Pedialyte trick, T.
That the 304s was talking about.
Girl video just a minute ago, and she was talking about how she don't give a damn about y'all talking about 304 TikTok, and that she love all the tricks that she done learn from there. And she said that Pedialyte trick is T, clock it, baby, try it. I did the other night, baby. All I have to say is wet drip.
Nerd came up to the girl in high school. She was like, no, I don't want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO, executive and all that. And she like, hey, you remember me? He said, no, I don't want you. I be feeling like, respectfully, y'all is the grown-up versions of the that got hurt in high school while we was out with the drug dealers.
Say you be on 304 TikTok without saying you be on 304 TikTok. Water park time.
Dating upwards. So dating someone who has more resources than you, and this largely pertains towards the perspective of the woman being the one who's dating upwards.
It's happening because we've reached the final stage of capitalism, and literally every aspect of human life has now become commodified.
What prompted me to make this video was seeing this interaction between this young lady who is out partying with her friends and a guy who's wearing a t-shirt which clearly demonstrates that he is a guy who makes content by just walking up to random people and asking them questions. And what I noticed in this interaction is that it's almost as if I'm not making any money from this interaction, if there's not something in it for me, there's literally no reason for me to be polite or do anything or say anything other than exactly what I feel. And that's what you see right here.
Question for you. What would you say is the most unattractive trait a man can show a woman?
Huh?
What's the most unattractive trait a man can show a woman?
That he's a man.
What does that mean though?
I don't like.
So you think you can buy me with this? You think you can buy me with this? Check this. If I say no, I mean no. Check it. Check your man. If I say no, I mean no.
When we see TikToks like these that make fun of the fact that a young lady is not getting excited for her man because there's not enough money involved, we understand that this is happening in the quote-unquote Pedialyte era, where there are actually ladies that are so excited to get ready for their man that they're drinking Pedialyte to make sure that things go well. And so you can see both sides of the fence. One side where if she's excited to see you and she wants to do something for you, she's drinking Pedialyte to get ready. And on this side, oh, you just didn't pay enough money to get her stimulated. So if you're a logical guy, you're going to withdraw your resources. And if many logical men do that, what kind of world society is going to be left?
Before we go any further, we want Sister Miles' daughter want to approach the church at this time. In Jesus' name, come on, Sister Miles.
The Lord Saints.
Stand right in front of the congregation. Yeah, right in front of them. Don't touch that table.
I want to apologize to everybody in here because I am pregnant. I'm sorry, y'all. And I just hope that y'all all forgive me and start praying for me.
What I want to know is, who is the father and is he a part of the congregation? Because I have a very strong feeling that whoever the father is a part of that church and is possibly not a single man.
You can see from this lady's argument that she is making the assumption that some quote-unquote patriarchal dirty old man akin to Mr. from The Color Purple did something unbecoming to this young lady, and that she is taking the full brunt of the responsibility instead of someone in the church fessing up. Of course, looking at the stats for church, it's very likely that the majority of people in the church as men are baby boomers or older. And what's more probable, even though I can't say it's the truth because I don't know the truth, is that this young lady is listening to Glorilla, she's listening to City Girls, she's listening to the music that is the order of the day, that in the feminism era, that your body, your choice, you can do what you like. And maybe she just got into a situation and she doesn't want to, or maybe the people around her said, don't take care of the child, we'll put it that way. In this environment that's coming, the structure that the church provides is essentially telling this young girl, this behavior can't continue because, well, not only is it unbecoming of young ladies or young people that are going to be in the church, but there's not going to be an environment except for the church to help her take care of the young girl. But of course, the young ladies responding didn't see it that far in the future. Why does she need to apologize for being pregnant in the first place? This is the reason I don't go to church. That's infuriating. It's giving scarlet letter. It might have been the wrong circumstance, but a child is a blessing from God, and that apology was not there to accept, nor hers to give to the church. And where's the dad? Of course, the where's the dad comment is par for the course. He should be there. But this is nothing new. Single mothers in the Black community now? Really, this is more akin to the I can do what I want in the Pedialyte era, and what comes, comes.
I said I was single. I ain't never said I didn't have a man. Let's be very, very clear.
What the 304 hygiene Pedialyte TikTok era is telling me is that in an age where more and more relationships are just simply being commodified, that young ladies are simply saying that I can do what I want. I'll go through my Pedialyte hypergamy where I drink Pedialyte for the guys that I want to have a good time with. And at the end of it all, and you saw the young lady with many of the tattoos up her neck saying, I want a guy who's going to give me land, property. He's going to retire me. And that is the deal for guys in the modern dating landscape, that there's going to be a time when she has her fun, and then when she's done having her fun, she's going to say, all right, now I need a guy who's not going to just be on my level, but be above my level, and he's going to have to give me money, essentially. It is this quote-unquote Pedialyte hypergamy that's happening in an environment that is less forgiving in the West, and specifically in America, than we've probably ever seen in our lifetimes. And when you see an organization like the church try to say, we need to implement some kind of standard of behavior because otherwise there's not going to be any other safety nets, there's outrage. But what the outrage doesn't address is that the environment is changing and that there's a growing number of guys that don't want to participate in Pedialyte hypergamy, especially if they're the guys who have to watch the young ladies essentially give away for free what they're charging guys for in marriage. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. Catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.